Hi, it's Carolyn with Therapy for the Soul. Welcome back to my channel and to another video. It is Sunday evening, and so that means that I'm here to share with you the Twin Flame collective messages with a card reading for this week. And so this week will be December 8th through December 14th. And so there's lots of juicy messages that came out in the reading, and there's lots of mirroring that seems to be going on between the twin flames. Just as like an intro to what some of the messages we'll be sharing. But as always, just remember that this is a general collective card reading, and so just take what resonates for you and just disregard what doesn't. But if you would like a more personalized reading specifically for your union, I do offer that, and I'll put the link down below where you can purchase that if that's something that you're interested in, just like learning more about what are the energies with your specific union. But we'll go ahead and get started. And so the first, question that I had asked was, what are the general energies of union? And there was one card that came flying out of the deck and just about hit me in the face. And so I figured that card's a really important message to share. And so that one is offer. Okay, and so it looks like, gift is being offered. It looks like a glass of wine almost in this card. But I think just with the energy behind this card, just really trust that there is an offer that is being presented or is being given this week with the energies with twin flame unions. And then a second card I received about that says, received. And with the hands up like that on the card, it makes me think back to like when you're a kid and like somebody like blows you a kiss and then you pretend to catch it. Almost like this offer is being given to you and then the other person is just like catching it, out of love. And so this is good. And so just for the energies for this week, to just trust and just know that there's an offer that's coming that is going to be received. And this could be something physically that's happening. It could be energetically. If you've been maybe offering unconditional love or like reassurance in your heart space to your twin flame, perhaps trust that that message and that love is received by him or her. And again, this could be something in the physical as well, that there is an offer that's happening or is really right around the corner, and the offer is going to be given and received. So for the divine masculine and his headspace, we have two messages. So we have Page of Pentacles, concrete ideas, and clarity of belief. And so I believe for the divine masculines that they're really just like through their inner work, just getting clear and getting clarity on what they believe, perhaps about love, about worthiness, about their union, about their relationship with their feminine, getting perhaps clear on what they want, right? And as they're getting clear on that, they're coming up in their headspace with just some of these different ideas of how to provide that offer. I mean, on this card, there's even, it looks like a pen and a notepad, almost like this idea of jotting down different ideas and what, feels best to them in terms of moving forward now that they are like really getting clarity on what it is they believe and that they want. Okay? In the divine masculine heart space, we have three messages. We have win or lose. We have temperance, restoration. And we have the world, cycle completion. And so with this, I do believe in the divine masculine heart space. I feel this win or lose has to do with maybe like fears or doubts. Almost like when you think of ego and the illusions. But with this Temperance card, I do feel like the Divine Masculine is really trying to balance out fears and love, and maybe like doubts and beliefs, because in his heart space he knows that this old cycle is coming to an end. It's safe to let go of the old cycle. He's learned what he's needed to learn from it, and it's time to move forward to this next cycle with this offer, right? And so, what is the Divine Masculine healing through this week? We have obstacles and challenges. And this is really about the Divine Masculine looking at where things went wrong, which could be what's coming up in his heart. But the idea is not to focus on what might have went wrong. Just look at it as an opportunity for growth. Like, what have you learned from this experience? How can you move forward? Because, you know, you can never go wrong when it comes to your twin flame union. I know it's hard to believe that sometimes because it feels otherwise, but it's just taking you deeper into love, right? And deeper into divinity. And so, yeah, so for Divine Masculines, as you're working on just like healing this week, and I believe this is also like goes along with what's coming up in the heart space about like this win or lose, and just trust that you've never lost. You're just always going deeper, and it's safe to work through this, and know that it's safe to move forward. You don't have to focus so much on the past, so that this new cycle can begin as you let go of that. Okay? And then guidance for Divine Masculines for this week is your desire is in reach. Have faith as everything is working in your favor. Okay? And so to me, this also like relates maybe to this idea of giving this offer. Just have faith in that. Have faith of like letting go of the old so this new cycle can start. Have faith everything's gonna work out just fine. Have faith that as you're getting this clarity of belief, you can have this. What you desire is within reach for you. Okay, so that's the Divine Masculine. Divine Feminine, what is in your headspace this week? We have 3 messages. We have the Queen of Cups, intuitive and sensitive. We have the sacral chakra. And we have the 4 of Wands, joy and stability. So this tells me that the Divine Feminine is really just getting focus on what it is she wants. She's like really getting clear on that, just like the Divine Masculine in his headspace is getting this clarity of belief. The Divine Feminine is too. But it feels like in an even like bigger way. Like she knows this. She's very focused on it, right? She desires her Divine Masculine. She desires her union. She desires her happily ever after, her heaven on earth, as this is the twin flame card in the deck, as it's all about like commitments, marriage, stability. What is in the Divine Feminine heart space this week? We have 4 cards that came out. We have 3 of Swords, heartache. We have 9 of Wands, trials and tribulations. We have challenging times. And we have the Nurture card. And so one interesting thing is this challenging times is the 5 of Swords card in this deck I pulled it from. But what the Divine Masculine is healing this week, this obstacles and challenges, is also 5 of Swords. So I just wanted, from a different deck, so just want to point this out so that you see that big mirroring piece. And so in the Divine Feminine's headspace, she knows what she wants, right? She's very focused and committed to union, to her Divine Masculine. In her heart space, I feel like she's been doing just some inner work this week, and maybe some heartache is coming up. I don't know if it's necessarily about her union, unless it's still sadness if it hasn't manifested in the physical yet, but I feel like it might just be like sad energies that are being released through inner work that she's done while like the healing integrates. And I feel like this may feel challenging to her. Actually, it might be like if she was maybe like thinking about where things went wrong before, like the Divine Masculine is working through, and if that is bringing her sadness. But she's focused on getting through it. She's been doing the hard work to get through it. And I feel like with all the work that she's doing to release this in her heart space and make a new choice about letting go of the past so this new cycle can start, and giving God and the universe more work to do their magic, she's taking this time to nurture herself through self-care. This is also the Empress card, and it can also be just kind of like releasing some of these painful pieces within her, so that this new manifestation for her union, the seed that she's planted, that she's been tending to and nurturing, can manifest. Because usually in the Empress card, the Empress appears pregnant. It doesn't look like so much in this particular card, but yeah, just keep nurturing what you're birthing, right? What's developing. What is the Divine Feminine healing this week? We have Temptation, which is this Devil card popping back up yet again. So last week it showed up for the Divine Masculine. The week before it was for the Divine Feminine, and now it's back for Divine Feminine. But it's not in your headspace or your heart space. It's just something that you're working on healing this week. And so it looks like even in this card, it's like the person in the card like sees this temptation and then is just like pushing it away. And so I feel like that's what you are working on, just pushing away anything that might be a temptation. Like my cat's trying to push my hands away right now. The temptation could be just, again, maybe the old story, ego thoughts, doubts, the illusions, really kind of like similar maybe to what this win or lose card is that the Divine Masculine is going through within his heart space. But just choose, yeah, to kind of like replace those fears with love. Remember, love never fails. Love is more powerful than the fears. The fears, there's no truth to them. They're just illusions, right? And so you can choose to like acknowledge them and then let them pass, or just heal them, right? Don't focus on them. Don't get too caught up in them. Don't believe them, okay? Stay focused on what you're believing in your headspace, just about everything you're feeling about your union, okay? Because the guidance for Divine Feminines is autumn. Oh gosh. Sam's purring here. The cool thing is I'm performing this reading in the United States, and it's technically still the season of autumn. And so the guidance could be, well, it says here on the card, in the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. And so this could be just like reassurance that, yeah, this offer is coming before autumn changes to winter, okay? And it could also just reflect the season, right? Like when you think of the harvest season, that now just like you're reaping what you've sown, right? So keep tending to your manifestation. Keep giving it positive thoughts, affirmations, praying and meditating, taking guiding action steps. Just trust that the cycle is near completion, okay? Which also goes back to this World card, guys. Okay? And so that is the Divine Feminine's guidance step for this week. Okay, so it's really just like, yeah, believing in what you desire about union, right? Really correcting any of those fear-based thoughts or those doubtful thoughts, and just trust in what is to be and what is within you, right? And I love that, just thinking too with the Divine Feminines to just like believe in that, like what you're manifesting is just about here. Just as the Divine Masculines have, your desire is within reach. Okay? So this offer is just about here, if it's not here already. So some messages from your twin flame. We have Cupid, love and desire. I feel like your twin flame wants you to know that they love and desire you. Just like Divine Feminines receive the Sacral Chakra card, your twin flame loves and desires you. And then we also received Veil, which says hidden. And I feel like, just even based on some dreams that I've had this week, that's, there's stuff that's happening behind the scenes. God and the universe are working to make things happen, and it's hidden so that it can be a surprise. Okay? So just trust in that and enjoy the unfolding of this gift that you're going to be receiving. Look for the little things that are happening. Like, are you seeing your twin flame's name more? Are you seeing things that remind you of them more? Are, I don't know, like pictures popping up of them? Whatever it might be, even are you seeing more love in your reality, like more couples, more the word love, just like, just seeing what little things can you see as gifts, as kind of like the big stuff is happening behind the scenes, but you're being given the kind of these little nuggets of gifts leading you to like what this big gift is going to be. And so just trust that that is what's happening. Your your twin flame. I feel like there's a lot of Divine Feminines that watch the channel, and I feel like with me being a Divine Feminine, I'm just tempted to say you're Divine Masculine. But for those of you watching this channel, this video, your twin flame wants you to know that they will come back for you. Okay? So I feel like they are probably going to be the ones that are extending this offer unless you feel divinely guided. They also want you to know that they feel they screwed things up and have no idea how to fix it. And this could be just what they are getting clear on. This could be where they're trying to come up with these different ideas. This could be related to the win or lose. This could be related to the challenging times or the obstacles and challenges. So there's lots of ways like this message here can tie in. But like I said earlier, you can't mess up your twin flame union. And so I know this is a message from your twin flame for those of you watching this video. So I would say just go into your heart space, and as you like invite your twin flame's energy into your heart, just work on communicating that to them, that they can't mess up this union, you can't mess it up, they can't mess it up. You're just both kind of showing each other where you need to go deeper and deeper into love, okay? And so it's okay for your twin to come back to you. The romance angels suggest to just be playful during this time. It says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So just go ahead and just have fun. Be playful together. I'll probably also just like link at the end of this video, a previous video I did on having fun on your twin flame journey and connecting with your inner child. And so if you haven't watched that, I'll put that there for you to check out as well. But what can you do to just be playful? Almost thinking as you would with your twin flame, how can you enjoy that time with yourself? Or imagine yourself enjoying that time with God or with the universe. Just being very playful and having fun and just allowing kind of like your inner light to shine, your vibration to increase and expand. Almost like, I imagine when you first met your twin flame, I would imagine just maybe like a lot of like wonderful stuff was happening in your life and it was a very fun time. And so think about that and how that, attracted your twin flame to you. And the more like playful and fun and lighthearted and just like being yourself, even with this about like taking a veil off and just being you, not hiding part of yourself, it really is going to attract your twin flame to you. And to wrap this up, I pulled one final message from the Journey of Love deck by Elena Fairchild. And I'll show you the card and then I'll read from the guidebook because I really love the message. I feel like it just ties up this reading perfectly. And so it says, the void. So just take a look at that card and feel into just like what the image brings up for you. What the colors bring up for you, even what the word, the void brings up for you. And the guidebook says, at the ending of every cycle, so guys, we've heard that a couple different times already throughout the reading, just like with the World card, just like with the Autumn card, even like your desire being within reach, there is an end of a cycle. And it's beautiful that this comes up in this message too. So at the ending of every cycle and the beginning of every cycle, there's a moment of transition. It may last for any amount of time. A moment of feeling or many years of deep inner work whilst feeling displaced. But even with that, remember, it can just be a moment of feeling. It doesn't have to be this extended period of time. The transition, though, may require patience to endure the absence of knowing, the lack of certainty about who you are and why you're here on this planet. A void may come up between one moment of meeting with your lover and a seemingly endless stretch of time. Even if it is only days that seem as though they are eternal in duration as you wait to connect again. Yet, if you can accept that entry into the cosmic void as preparation for your next cycle of manifestation, if you can accept that darkness is holding you with love, not with unfeelingness, then you can relax and let the preparation be what it must be. Then you can be well equipped for the next steps forward on your glorious divine adventure this lifetime, meeting the beloved, whether divine or human lover, in a fresh new moment, excited, open, and curious always. This oracle brings you guidance. There are parts of your own process unfolding that you simply cannot know about yet, which makes me think of this card. It will not always be this way, but for now, it is most helpful for you to only deal with what is immediately before you. All else will be shown when the time is right. There is growing to be done, and then the void will bring forth the next step on your path to meet you. You do not have to worry, and you do not have to search. Just be present. Be patient. When you can do something, do it. When you cannot, just be. Your time will soon come. If you are holding a question about relationship, surrender it into the void and let it become what it must be according to spiritual wisdom and love. And then there's a poem at the end that says, a coming together, a blending of one, where understanding spans the space between and separation disappears to form anew. It's like like a perfect twin flame message and a perfect way to summarize and wrap up this reading. So I hope the messages resonate for you, and I hope you have a fantastic week. Remember, just keep your thoughts positive. Keep trusting that your desire is within reach. Keep trusting that the cycle is coming to an end just in this period of autumn, in this period of just like your harvest reaping, that this offer is going to come in and be received. So thanks for watching, and then I'll see you again at the next video. Bye guys.